Time flies so fast, it's already the month of March. I'm Mia Cabalfin.
But no matter what time of the year it is, it's always good for football. I'm Paolo Buendia.
Right now, it's time for your weekly dose of the best in Philippine football. I'm Mariel Benitez, and this is the United Football League. It's our game. It's been more than a month already since this team captured the UFL LBC Cup. Now let's check out Global Smartmatic's league debut as it took on Loyola Aguila in our first match of the week. On a balmy Thursday night, LBC UFL Cup champs Global Smartmatic took to the University of Makati pitch for their league opener against a Loyola Aguila squad looking to bounce back from a loss to Air Force Riders. Frank Muescan's side immediately took control of the field, displaying its attack force. In the 23rd minute, Global's Izu El Habib found Aaron Altiche for the first goal of the match. Global had two more attempts at the half-hour mark that were thwarted by Loyola keeper Greg Madrona. With a crafty Misa Bahadoran on the ball, Global doubled its lead in the 39th minute with the always dangerous Kusmas Gayefor finding the back of the net. Bahadoran got on the score sheet twice at the close of the first half to make it 4-0 Global. Armed with a 4-0 advantage, Global Smartmatic did not let up in the second half as Kusmas again struck in the 48th minute to notch an insurmountable 5-0 Global lead. The boys from Loyola pulled out all the stops to slow down the Global juggernaut, but stringy defense only prolonged the inevitable. The game was already decided, but the Kusma show hasn't wrapped yet. This 74th minute effort rounds out a hat-trick to cap off an impressive debut for the current Cup champions. Hat-trick hero Kusmas garners man of the match honors.
This is our first game. For the start, they did well. Everybody worked hard. There's no, it can be one trick can make a forest. So I congratulate everybody that played.
We want to establish the pace of the game, dominate the possession in the middle third. So I think we did it. The improvement right now, if you saw it in the game, is the team cohesiveness. All right. So from the training and from the application of the first match, I think the team cohesiveness is the key there.
Global! Win! Come on, boys.
So how did Global go in a goal fest in their first game? Let's break down their impressive first victory.
The recently crowned Cup champions Global Smartmatic kicked off their 2011 league run with an outstanding performance, thrashing Loyola FC 6-0. Global Smartmatic dominated in every aspect of the game. The front line, spearheaded by Kusmas and Misa Bahadoran, proved to be deadly throughout the match. The El Habib brothers, who were very aggressive, dominated and controlled the midfield, while the global Smartmatic defense safely kept their goal away from the Loyola strikers. Global's first goal was a beautiful, well-placed long ball from midfielder Izu El Habib to right winger Aaron Altiche at the top of the box that beat the defense of Loyola, allowing Altiche to take the shot that was too fast for the goalkeeper to stop. Global 1, Loyola 0. Loyola FC tried to get back in the game. They had a few sparks of brilliant play but could only get the ball to their wingers, who would only lose it to the solid defense of Global Smartmatic. Fatigue became a factor for the Loyola players, who could not contain Global Smartmatic, allowing them to score 3 more goals in the last 8 minutes. Kuzmas, who scored the first of his hat-trick, and Bahadoran, who scored 2 goals, were left unchallenged inside the penalty box to easily put the ball in the goal. The second half saw the match heat up between the players, including the referees. Loyola's best chance to score was from a beautiful side volley by Goncalo Mateus, who was stopped by the LBC Cup's best goalkeeper, Kenneth Golyosa. The defense of Global Smartmatic showed no signs of weakness throughout the match and confidently won the ball from any attacking Loyola player. It was definitely a long match for Loyola as they tried to keep up with Global Smartmatic's pounding from every angle. Global Smartmatic jump-started the league in dominating fashion, proving that even without the Cup MVP, Ascal skipper Ali Borromeo, they are still the Cup champions and this league's team to beat.
When we return, we'll introduce you to this powerhouse squad with a retooled lineup. Don't go away.
This standing header is used when the ball is on the head level coming at you, and it's used to strike the ball with the head. The important thing to remember is using this part of the head, the forehead, the hardest part of the forehead, and leaning back. And as you make contact with the ball, lean forward to give extra power on the header.
Good to have you back. It's a big challenge to win another title right after winning your first one. But it's a bigger challenge when you have to do it without a key player who was named MVP. Now let's learn how the recently crowned Cup champions Global Smartmatic will manage in the league minus a vital cog in its roster.
Composed of highly skilled jugadores, suitably built to conquer the pitch, Global Smartmatic proved to be the finest football club in the United Football League when it raced the LBC UFL Cup by defeating 2-time defending champion Air Force Rider.
We have very talented players. We have players from the national team. Our defense is solid and our striker is good. We have the top scorer last league, Ezzo. We have the new player, Cosmas. We have Maysak, the international futsaler. So our defense is strong. Likewise, our offense also strong.
Despite its huge success in cup competition, Global remains grounded. Instead of being comfortably seated on top, the team sees its victory over the Flyboys as a driving force to push themselves not only to be the league's best, but to be an unstoppable force on the field.
We were working hard because our team is determined to be the champion of this league. So as a champion of the cup, we want also to win the league, and we're going to do our best for that. Our training is more strong, more intensive, because we are already champion and everyone know about us. We want to keep that. We want to keep our name, so we're working extra hard.
However, unlike in the LBC UFL Cup, where Global Smartmatic had the most valuable player, Ali Borromeo, as one of its aces, the team has a new starting lineup, without the Ascal's team captain, who again plays for Kaya FC.
Of course, we lost a good, skillful player, the captain of the national team, Ali Borromeo. But football is 11 players. It's not one-man games.
Global Smartmatic may seem to have lost an ace in its hand, but it does not make the team any weaker. With a new lineup that's equally dynamic and driven as its last, Global Smartmatic is back to raise the stakes and to go all in.
It takes a lot of work for any team in this tournament to beat Global FC, simply because we are the best team.
Don't go away, we'll get up close and personal with this Air Force striker after the break.
The jumping header is using the head when the ball is over the head, is higher. But so it's getting off the ground. It works on the same principle. It's moving back. As you take off, you move back like this. And then as you hit the ball, you lean forward also, but in the air. So from a jumping position, boom, like that.
Welcome back. He is known as one of the UFL's top scorers, but do you know him outside of the pitch? Get yourself acquainted with this Ascal in our player profile.
I'm Ian Araneta, striker, Philippine Air Force. Nag-umpisa pa ako maglaro ng football since 10 years old pa ako, grade 4. Nagsimula ito nung mag-umpisa yung Milo Cup, yun, under 12. Masaya siya, tapos medyo ngayon nagiging exciting na kasi nagle-level up na yung UFL, lalo na ngayon tumataas na rin yung level ng football dito sa Pilipinas, tsaka madami ng team yung sumasali at nagiging malakas. Yung football kasi para sa akin is yung buhay ko na eh. Habang naglalaro ako ng football, napakasaya ko, tapos nakakalimutan ko lahat ng problema. Wala na akong iniisip kapag naglalaro lang ako ng football, concentrated lang ako, talagang football lang talaga. Yung Ascal, yun nga, isang napakasaya at isang napakalaking karangalan na maging part ng Ascal, at hindi napakadali maging part ng Ascal. Madami kang paghihirap na pagdadaanan, training, at pag nalampasan mo yon is isang napakagandang pakiramdam. Yung magaling na football players, yung hindi marunong, hindi nagpapatalo, at matalo man, bumabawi pa rin, bumabangon. Tapos kailangan yung sa every game, bibigay mo yung puso mo. Sayaw.
There's more of the UFL when we come back.
The diving header naman is used when the ball is on a lower level, like mga waist high, and the player wants to hit it with the head. So what he does is he dives to where the ball is coming and hits the ball with with his head as he's diving towards the ground.
Welcome back. You're still watching the United Football League.
It's our game.
Following their successful league debut, Global Smartmatic got their first true test.
Waiting in the wings for the current Cup champions is their former player Ali Borromeo, along with his original club, undefeated Kaya FC.
Let's witness this clash of the Titans in our second match of the week.
Just 3 days off of a 6-0 blasting of Loyola Aguila in their league debut, Global Smartmatic seemed ready for another offensive onslaught as its players were in attack mode during the first half against undefeated Kaya FC. Kaya did not get its first real chance at scoring until the 23rd minute, but Alex Camara's free kick was way off its target. The reigning Cup champions had another opportunity to seize the upper hand. However, Aaron Altiches couldn't connect on his header, and both squads entered the halftime break just like they started. Just like they started the match, Global began the second half on the assault. While it seemed that a possible point would come as a result of a counterattack based on how it played, Global caught Kaya off guard as Misag Bahadoran's corner kick swerved perfectly inside the goal for a 1-0 advantage in the 56th minute. Still recovering from the surprising goal, Kaya committed a critical error as defender Lexter Maravilla's back pass was telegraphed by the pesky Bahadoran, who scored his second goal in the 60th minute. 4 minutes later, Global hammered the final nail on Kaya's coffin as Altiche found a waiting Iseldin El Habib, who headed home his squad's third goal in the contest. With the outcome already decided, tempers flared in injury time as Kaya's Hamid Pashon and Global's Mark Cortez were sent off, each with red cards. Global Smartmatic, though, took the fight out of Kaya FC even before that with a final score of 3-0. For being relentless on the attack and wreaking havoc on the opposing defense, Misa Bahadoran is selected as the man of the match.
The game was kind of hectic game and very difficult game because they know how I played before, because I used to play for Kaya before. They were defending very hard because they know we are going to strike, and then second half they kind of tired, or I don't know, but there was not much pressure for us, so we tried to cross and cut right away from behind the defender, and finally we scored.
Very disappointed with the result, no? Of course, losing 3-0 is really, you know, it's too bad because we started out well. You know, first half we were settling na, but you can see the inexperience of our two back players, no, full back.
I'm glad that somehow we got this win, and I'm sure this has been the first real test for Global, and I hope that the success of the team will continue as we play other teams.
Let's dig deeper and take a closer look at the match we just saw in our match analysis.
It was another dominating performance by reigning Cup champions Global Smartmatic as they dominated fellow undefeated Kaya FC for the resounding victory. Despite Captain Ali Borromeo filling in effectively for the suspended Anton De Rosario at center back, his creative presence in midfield was sorely missed. Both sides started out the game tentatively, feeling each other out and trying to establish their game plan early on. With the attacking trident of Misak Bahadoran, Husmas, and Izu El Habib, Global looked more dangerous going forward. They had more attempts on goal, and the usually prolific Izu blasted the ball over the goal on a couple of occasions, signaling their intent to score first. On the other hand, with Ali marshalling the backline superbly, Kaya seemed disjointed when it came to getting the ball to their attacking third. This was even more difficult to accomplish as Global's backline was solid throughout the match. With Ascal's Kim Relucio and Jerry Barbaso marauding down the wings, along with Anye Tresor Guiso and Valentin Kama anchoring the middle, these four proved to be the difference and their influence grew as the match progressed. The second half started with Global increasing their pressure on the Kaya defense. And from the unlikeliest of angles, man of the match Misak scored straight off a corner kick. Ali was then sacrificed from the back and was moved up top to add some bite and purpose to the sputtering Kaya offense. This left a large gap in defense and Global capitalized almost immediately. Misak pounced on a weak back pass to Kaya's keeper to add to his goal tally. With Ali's absence in the back, Misak showed off his unique skills as he produced dizzying step-overs and dazzling runs that seemed to mesmerize the Kaya defense. Izu finally sealed the match with a towering header off of a free kick provided by Aaron Altiche. Global Smartmatic has now scored 9 goals in just 2 matches, laying the groundwork for what looks to be a formidable 2011 campaign.
We're slowly finding out which teams are legitimate title contenders. Here's our updated team standings in both the first and second divisions.
Well, our 30 minutes is just about up.
But you can always get the latest on the UFL by logging on to footballalliance.ph or checking out the LBC United Football League page on Facebook. I'm Mariel Benitez.
Join us again next week as we bring you anything and everything about the UFL. I'm Mia Cabalfin.
And I'm Paulo Buendia. And this has been
the United Football League. It's our game.